Thank you for joining us for the 20th season of WGAL8 Brainbusters. We're here at Studio A, where all crew, players, and audience members are fully vaccinated as we follow strict COVID protocols.
From Studio A, this is WGAL8 Brainbusters. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to a half hour of challenging questions and answers. Did you see our last Brainbusters? Lancaster Catholic did very well, and they are going to advance to round two. I wonder what will happen today with our two new teams, Hanover and Central Dauphin. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's play Brainbusters. Here comes today's opening round. We have 10-point questions and one big Brainbuster brought to you by Turkey Hill. Welcome to all 6 of you. Pick up those signaling buttons. Let's use them frequently, beginning now with this 10-point question. It was the capital of the United States from 1790 to 1800 until Bennett.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, of course, until 1799. It was also the capital of a U.S. state. Now it's neither. You are correct for 10 points. It's defined as the science that studies the structure of substances and how they combine and behave. What basic science is it, Orion?
Chemistry.
It is chemistry for another 10 points. Because she led so many of her people to freedom, she was called Moses. Who was this, Bennett?
Boone.
Oh no, sorry. Who was this conductor on the Underground Railroad? Eli.
Tubman.
Harriet Tubman, who may one day appear on the $20 bill, and that gets that gets Hanover on the board. It's the largest island in the United States, separated from Manhattan and the Bronx by the East River. What island? Caitlin.
Long Island?
Long Island includes both Brooklyn and Queens. It can be a small spacecraft, a group of whales, or the shell of a pea. What is this, Bennett?
Pod.
A pod is this 3-letter word. This branch of computer science is abbreviated simply AI. What does the Orion?
Artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence is what AI stands for. Here rests in honored glory an American soldier known but to God. Where are these? Orion again.
Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
You are correct again, at the Arlington National Cemetery. Because it prohibited slavery in a U.S. territory, it deprived the individual of his right to property and was declared unconstitutional in the Dred Scott decision. What was this famous compromise? Caitlin.
Missouri.
The Missouri Compromise is correct. He designed the State House in Richmond, the University of Virginia, and Orion.
Jefferson,
and of course Monticello, his home. And now it's time for the big Brainbuster brought to you by Turkey Hill. For 10 points and a gift certificate for Turkey Hill for everybody on the team. In October 2021, Rotten Tomatoes released the 50 best horror films ever, with one director earning 2 spots for Psycho and The Birds. Which acclaimed director is this? Caitlin.
Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock, number 1 and 38 respectively. Congratulations, Central Dauphin. The Germans call it Wolfram and gave us its symbol W. Which element is it? Eli.
Tungsten.
Tungsten is correct for 10 points. In 1912, it became the last of the lower 48 states to be admitted to the Union. What's Caitlin?
Arizona.
Arizona was admitted on February 14th. It's 4,840 square miles or 160 square rods. What is this basic unit of land measurement? Eli.
Acre.
An acre is correct. This Confederate general won his nickname at the Battle of Bull Run, where he, Eli again.
Jackson.
Thomas Stonewall Jackson. Good anticipation, and it worked in your favor. During the presidential campaign, the Iowa caucuses come first, followed by a primary election in this Orion.
New Hampshire.
In New Hampshire, in that small New England state. It's a rubber seal used to make joints between valves watertight, or to keep the oil in your car's engine. What 6-letter word is it? We stumped you on a gasket. For hundreds of years, explorers sought a water route from the Atlantic to the Pacific Oceans. Orion.
Northwest Passage.
The Northwest Passage. Good for you. Edgar Lee Masters' Spoon River Anthology and Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass are poems based on irregular rhythms of speech rather than a conventional meter. What is such poetry called? Eli.
Free verse.
It's called free verse. The mineral is on the 14th square of the periodic table. The valley is near Mountain View, California. The mineral made the valley rich and famous. What name do they share? Eli.
Silicon.
Silicon is correct. They started the English Civil War and executed King Charles I. Who were these religious fundamentalists? Eli.
Calvinists?
Oh, no, not the Calvinists. Sorry. Central Dauphin. Orion.
The Puritans.
The Puritans is correct. Composer Faraday Grofe wrote a musical suite celebrating the natural wonder in Arizona. What is this gorgeous gorge?
The Grand Canyon.
The Grand Canyon. It was called the Grand Canyon Suite. It's the metal cart used in a hospital to wheel patients around. What is it called, Orion?
Stretcher.
Not a stretcher, no. No, any idea, Hanover? Eli.
Gully.
No, it's a gurney is the correct answer. According to Sigmund Freud, the ego, the superego, are two of the three parts of the personality. What is the third? Orion.
The id.
The id is correct. On the night of June 17th, ooh, that sound takes us to the end of the round and to our first break. Gives everybody a chance to relax for a bit. Great scores, 60 to 150. It's still very early in the game because we have the one-on-one rapid fire and team lightning rounds coming up right here on WGAL8 Brainbusters after this break.
WGAL8 Brainbusters will return after this. Participants on WGAL8 Brainbusters each receive a portable power bank for mobile devices, and the top 4 winning teams will share grants totaling $10,000. So good luck, teams. Now, here's Rich with our coaches and alternates.
Well, welcome back to Studio A and WGAL8 Brainbusters. We're ready to continue in just a moment. But a question you may ask is, how do you become a Brainbuster participant? Well, first you have to be a high school student, and then you have to audition for one of these two gentlemen. First, Mr. Jeffrey Devaney. He's from Central Dauphin and the coach. He's an environmental science teacher, chemistry teacher, and earth system science teacher. His first time here, his first time coaching. Thank you for bringing such a strong team to Studio A. And next to him is a longtime coach who's been here many times, Mr. Kevin Wyrick. He teaches physics at Hanover High School. And once again, thank you for bringing such fine young people to our show. Okay, it's now time to pit individual players against each other in today's one-on-one rapid fire. Hanover is faltering a little bit with a score of 60 to Central Dauphin's 150, but everything can change now as we meet first Lincoln Hobson. Lincoln is a sophomore over at Hanover, and it's great to welcome you here. And we always ask our students, you know, besides our phones and our computers, which we cherish dearly, what's something else in your life that you can say that you cherish, Lincoln?
I would say that I cherish my 2 cats. They're 9 and 10. My mom kind of brought one of them home, like, when I was like 5, and my dad wasn't too happy with that. Then a year later, we got another one. And they've just been a part of my life ever since.
Do they sleep with you as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get a pet in the bed, it's hard to get them out. Thank you for sharing. And now we say hello to Caitlin Wilson, and she's a junior at Central Dauphin, and it's great to welcome you here. And you've had many teachers over the years from kindergarten all the way up to 11th grade, but there's always one teacher that might have impacted you most. Can you tell us about that one teacher or class?
Well, I mean, this year I think my favorite class is with Mr. Miller. I have AP Human Geography, and I think it's interesting, you know, learning about different aspects of culture around the world and how they relate.
And you also see that we're really all the same. As different as we may be with language or culture or foods or something, but we're all basically the same. All right, well, Caitlin and Lincoln, we're ready to put you two one-on-one. Good luck to both of you. Authors frequently use pseudonyms. For example, who published his Proverbs as Poor Richard? Caitlin.
Benjamin Franklin.
He's the one. It's an umbrella term referring to the viruses, worms, Trojan horses, ransomware, spyware, adware, scareware, and other malicious programs that can get installed on your computer. What kind of ware are they? Lincoln.
Malware.
Malware is correct. And finally, in 2019, Rami Malek, the son of immigrants from Egypt, became the first Arab American to win the Oscar for Best Picture, or Best Actor. In what movie did he play Freddie Mercury? Caitlin.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody is correct. 70 to 170. We're now going to meet our two captains. And first, say hello to Eli Swope. It's great to welcome you back to Studio A. And obviously, you do many things well, but there's some skills that you have that really are most outstanding to you. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I have a really good gift for music. I not only play the cello, but I am part of voice. And this year I had the opportunity to try out for the District 7 choir under the base 1 and actually managed to make it in as a top 10 base in our district. So
Congratulations on that. That is a very difficult thing to pass through. Good for you. Congratulations. And now, Orion Keller is a junior. And he's the captain from Central Dive. Did very well in that first round of play. And not only are you very involved in school and your academics, but you're involved in Boy Scouts. How long have you been a Boy Scout?
Yeah, I've been in Boy Scouts since I was in 5th grade, so probably about 6 or 7 years. And I'm currently working on my Eagle Scout project, which is the highest rank you can achieve in Boy Scouts. And I am building houses for bats at a park in my local community.
Good for you. And bats are so necessary, and there's been a paucity of bats lately because of a lot of environmental concerns. Orion and Eli are 2 captains. Let's put you 2 one-on-one. A red circle on a white field. What country's flag is this? Orion.
Japan.
Japan is correct. On the electromagnetic spectrum, ultraviolet light is on one side of the visible light. Visible light is in the center. What wavelengths are, and that's Eli.
infrared.
Infrared are on the long end for another 10 points. And now it's time for the Millersville Epic Question of the Day.
Apollo 11 launched on July 16, 1969. 4 days later, Armstrong became the first man to walk on the moon. Who was the second man to walk on the moon?
Orion.
Aldrin.
He's the one. Congratulations for another 10 points. 80 to 180. Let's now meet our third players in today's competition. So first from Hanover, it's a pleasure to welcome Anna Chen. Anna's a senior. And again, like you have, while you're not going into art, the class, the AP art class, has really impacted you at school.
Yeah, I say it's one of my favorite classes that I'm taking this year. It really makes me question things of our world and how you can put that into visual art.
And once you learn that skill, you can carry that on to everything that you do.
Like
and certainly appreciate art when you go to museums or see what other artists are doing.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing. Bennett Malott is a senior over at Central Dauphin. You did very well in that first round of play, and it's great to welcome you here. And not only I obviously a great brainiac, but you also are an athlete and you play lacrosse as a defender. Now, is that a school sport?
Yeah, that's with the Central Dauphin team.
And is this around Central Pennsylvania? Do most schools have lacrosse
Yeah, we
teams?
play a lot of schools from like around the area, and we almost made districts last year.
I don't think people realize what a difficult sport that is, but it really takes a lot of effort to do. Bennett and Anna, hopefully these 3 questions won't take too much effort as we put you 2 one-on-one. The Maori arrived on these Pacific Islands more than 1,000 years ago. In what Pacific Island country are the Maori the native population? Well, we stumped you in that beautiful island country of New Zealand. I'm still scared to do gymnastics, she said in October, as she takes on the career pivot as Chief Impact Officer for a company matching people with mental illness assistance. Who is this Olympian? Bennett.
Simone Biles.
She's the one. And finally, a piano, a glockenspiel, a xylophone, congas, and bongos. What kind of musical instruments are they? Bennett again.
Drums. Percussion.
No, sorry, they can't accept that. Anna.
Percussion.
They're all percussion instruments. We have to take your first answer. I'm sorry about that. Great game going, 80 to 200 or 90 to 200. We're now going to pick up the pace and play today's 60-second Team Lightning round. Eli, your team is behind at this point, so you have the luxury or honor of selecting first among these 3 quizzes. Hopefully one will be to your liking. Golly gee, Potpourri and Monopoly Here and Now.
Monopoly Here and Now.
The new Here and Now version of the board game Monopoly features properties from 22 U.S. cities. For 10 points each, identify these cities and sites. Eli, I take your answer as the team's answer. Lincoln and Anna are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Good luck, and here we go. The most expensive property is Times Square in this city.
New York.
Correct. The Liberty Bell is in this Pennsylvania city.
Philadelphia.
Correct. The house in Washington, D.C. at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
White House.
Correct. This area of Los Angeles is the home of the U.S. movie business.
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Hollywood, yes. In this Tennessee city, you can visit the Grand Ole Opry.
Nashville.
Correct. What used to be Park Place is now Fenway Park in this city.
Boston.
Boston. This famous beach near Honolulu can be yours for a mere $2,200,000.
No way.
Waikiki. The French Quarter is the oldest neighborhood in this southern city.
Baton Rouge.
New Orleans. You can buy this bridge that crosses the opening into San Francisco Bay.
Golden Gate.
Correct. After you win this game, you might want to go to this theme park near Orlando, Florida.
Disney.
Universal.
No, Walt Disney World, St. Louis, Missouri is represented by this huge steel catenary curve. The Gateway Arch, to take a drive down Rodeo Drive in this posh California city.
LA.
Beverly Hills, Chicago is represented by the home of the Chicago Cubs.
Wrigley Field.
Wrigley is correct, right on the buzzer. We had 8 correct, so 80 points came your way. Is that a break for you, Orion? We'll find out. Caitlin and Bennett, and you will select among Golly G or Potpourri.
All right, Golly G.
Golly G, you'll be glad to gain 10 great points for answering each of the following questions about people, places, and things that begin with the letter G. Orion, I take your answers to team's answer. Caitlin and Bennett are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Good luck, here we go. Angela Merkel stepped down as chancellor of this European country.
Germany.
Correct. The method of execution most associated with the French Revolution.
Guillotine.
Correct. The third letter in the Greek alphabet, alpha, beta.
Gamma.
Gamma. Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John wrote them.
Gospel.
Correct. The Civil War battle fought from July 1st to July 3rd, 1863.
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg. The G in GNP, or a dozen.
Gross.
Gross. He's the good guy wizard in Tolkien's Lord of the Rings.
Gandalf.
Gandalf. A U.S. president whose last name begins with G.
Garfield.
Garfield. Yes, another U.S. president whose last name begins with G. Grant. The name of this branch of mathematics literally means earth measurement.
Geometry.
Geometry. It's what attracts a body towards the center of the earth.
Gravity.
Gravity. Okra is the key ingredient in this Cajun stew.
Goulash.
Gumbo. In 1961, the Soviet cosmonaut became the first person in space.
Gagarin.
Gagarin, yes, they were the Greek goddesses of charm and beauty. The Graces, it's the region of northern Israel where Jesus did most of the preaching, and that's Galilee. We had 11 correct, so 110 points came your way. Wow, Central Dauphin really stormed ahead nicely in that round, 170 to 310, but it's now time to reveal today's bonus Brainbuster category. During our break, each individual player will wager 0, 5, or 10 points based on their knowledge of Walt Whitman. So we'll have the bonus Brainbuster and, of course, the all-important Final Frenzy coming up on WGALA Brainbusters after this break.
Watch all this season's episodes of WGAL8 Brainbusters anytime on WGAL.com. Our online home also includes our tournament schedule and a chance to learn more about the show and host Rich Rosen. Go to WGAL.com and click on Brainbusters.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Studio A and WGALA Brainbusters with Hanover and Central Dauphin. Now, currently Hanover has a strong lead, but everything can change because it's now time for today's bonus Brainbuster. During our break, our teams wagered from 0, 5, or 10 points based on their knowledge of Walt Whitman. Let's head into the News 8 newsroom with Jerry Gish. He has today's question. Jerry.
Thanks, Rich. And now here's your bonus Brainbuster question. Walt Whitman's poem, When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed, follows the coffin as it travels by rail across the country to Springfield, Illinois. Whitman wrote this as an elegy to which U.S. president? Again, Walt Whitman's poem, When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed, follows the coffin as it travels by rail across the country to Springfield, Illinois. Whitman wrote this as an elegy to which U.S. president? Good luck with your answer. Now back to Studio A. Rich.
Thank you, Jerry Gish. Good luck, please. We'll give you about 5 seconds. Okay, everybody's finished. Pens are closed. Okay, Lincoln, we always start with this side of the set, so it's up to you. You came up with Lincoln. You are correct, but 0 wager, a conservative wager, so you neither win nor lose everything. It's your name, how coincidental. Eli. Abraham Lincoln, you are correct for 5 points, so we're going to add 5 points to Hanover's score. Anna, did you come up with Abraham Lincoln? Nixon, no, I'm sorry. So we're going to deduct 5 points, so the score stays the same. Caitlin, did you come up with Abraham Lincoln? Garfield, no, so we're going to deduct 5 points from your score. Orion, it's up to you. And you said Franklin Roosevelt, no, so we're deducting 5 points. That's -10 so far. Bennett, it's up to you. Did you do it for us? Abraham Lincoln, 5 points, so only negative 5 points. So we have a score of 170 to, I believe, 305 as we head into today's final frenzy. This time, 20-point questions. Pick up those signaling buttons once again, and let's get to work now. After reading the Iliad, German archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann discovered this ancient city in 1871. Eli?
Troy.
Troy's correct. If you were traveling from Kalamazoo to Timbuktu, you'd be in for a long trip. Kalamazoo is in Michigan. In what African country is Timbuktu? Orion?
Mali.
Mali's correct. You might not think that heating ammonium nitrate would be funny until this laughing gas is formed. What does a chemist, Orion?
Nitrous oxide.
That a chemist calls N2O, nitrous oxide. Because of the many shipwrecks that happened there, it was once called the graveyard of the Atlantic. Caitlin?
Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, no, sorry. What is this cape on the outer banks of North Carolina? We stumped you on Cape Hatteras. His latest album is Rough and Rowdy Ways. He's Lincoln. Bob Dylan is the cultural figure and influential singer-songwriter. It's M1, the very first item in the Messier catalog of celestial objects. What is this nebula in the constellation Taurus? Eli?
I.
Nope, sorry, incorrect. Orion?
Eagle Nebula.
Oh, no, it's the Crab Nebula. If the sum of two angles is a straight angle, what 13-letter word describes these two angles? Orion?
Supplementary.
You are correct. It once described the life of traveling stunt flyers and parachute jumpers at county fairs and carnivals. Now it refers to a political candidate's trips across the countryside to make political speeches. What's the word, Bennett?
Campaign.
Not campaigning, no, sorry. Hanover? It's called barnstorming is the specific term. His death in 1989 wasn't announced until 4 days after his funeral. Who was the solitary author of stark plays like Endgame and Waiting for Godot? And we stumped you on Samuel Beckett. When wind speeds reach 33 to 48 knots, the National Weather Service issues this warning for sailors in seacoast towns. What is this weather alert called? Eli?
Storm surge?
Not a storm surge, no. Orion?
Hurricane warning.
No, it's a gale warning. It's the limit of the value 1 + 1 over n all to the second power. To 15 decimal places, it's 2.718288. Bennett?
E.
E is the letter that it's representing. Yes, in 1988, the manuscript of Franz Kafka's first novel was bought for almost $2 million. In what 1925 novel is Joseph K. arrested and prosecuted? Orion?
The Trial.
The Trial is correct. Latin is the ancestor of Spanish, Portuguese, and French. What language is the ancestor of Punjabi, Bengali, Urdu, and Hindi? And that, of course, was Sanskrit. Well, that now takes us to the end of the round and to the end of the game. It looks like we are going to see Central Dauphin for round 2, but we have to check the scores and see. We may see Hanover as one of our wild card spots, but we're going to have some great final words in just a short moment or two.
Scorekeeping for WGAL8 Brainbusters, presented by Jennings College Consulting, where students discover the right college fit for the future. We'll return after this. Welcome back to WGAL8 Brainbusters, the Susquehanna Valley's longest-running high school quiz show. Once again, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Congratulations, Central Dauphin. They're coming back for round 2. And we hope to have the pleasure of your company next time when we present 2 more great schools, Mechanicsburg and Lancaster Mennonite. They're going to be challenging each other right here at Studio A. We'll see you next time. Take care, and please keep on learning. So long for now.